What's going on YouTube? It's your boy living in London back again. You know the deal already. If you haven't, it means the world to your boy. If you subscribe, comment, like and share. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell in the top right hand corner. So when I release a video, you get a notification, I get a view. Sharing's caring, it helps my channel grow. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's living_in_LDN. It's all lowercase. I'm going to revamp my Instagram as well. We're nearly at 5,000. So give your boy a follow. Come on. Which one of you fuckers done it? Who's got the voodoo doll of my TV and started poking it? Or maybe you was praying for content. Where's Lazar, man? Wish I could get a video, man. Please, God, please. You know what happened? My TV broke. So whichever one of you fuckers was dying to get some content, you put me in the pickle. Because now I've got no TV. TV's fucked. And all I can do is make YouTube videos. I've got my iPhone so I can listen to a bit of music. You know, but like, oh, fuck. It's life, people, it's life, you know, always throwing curveballs at you. Anyway, people, this video is about Decca, Heggie and Danny Christie. Now, I'm going to be doing loads of videos, going to be covering a whole wide range of subjects. I'm going to be covering, is there going to be a new lockdown coming? Is there going to be just bare different subjects? So any sort of subjects you want to see, get in the comments, let me know, and I will most probably cover them in the next couple of days because your boy has got bare time on his hands right now, people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't buying a TV anytime soon because fucking I'm a broke boy. Life's hard. It's Christmas soon. I've got things to do. So anyway, fuck that. And I need to be making more content anyway. And all I really do is game on my Xbox. I mean, obviously on my computer with my TV. I don't normally watch normal TV. I don't really watch Netflix. So you know, I'm just a gamer, people. So life is making me just take a step back for a sec. You know, it's peak. Anyway, people, let's get into it. The world is going crazy. You know, like, I just look around, yeah, and everyone just seems to be, it's almost like, you know, in Gotham, where they release the smoke and everyone just starts attacking people and going crazy. That's what it feels like, yeah, with the world. It just seems like everyone's got shit to say. I watched on YouTube yesterday, yeah, hilarious. I was cracking up to myself. And my pal was here as well, we were both laughing, yeah. Sammy the Bull. You know Sammy the Bull from the Mafia back in the day, and there was another guy. What's the other guy's name? Michael Francis. They're both serious guys in the Mafia world from back in the day, and they're just arguing on having like a beef, and they're like 75, 80 years old, and they're beefing on YouTube. They both got their own YouTube channels. They're getting like millions of views and that, and they're beefing. And I'm like, is this the natural order of things? Are we all meant to be going crazy at each other? Because look around the world. There's wars here. There's wars there. So I'm just saying, people. Craziness, like war and beef, just seems to be like the natural order of things lately. It seems like that's what everyone's up to, which is a shame, you know. So let's get on to Decca, Heggie and Danny Christie then. You know what I'm saying? These two guys had a good fight. I'm sure most of you guys that are watching this video have already seen the fight, you know. And you can say who you think you won the fight in the comments. Let me know. I've got my own view. I think personally, you could call it a draw, yeah, only because there was a lot of difference in weight. Decca Heggie did beat him up, but because he was he had a bit more weight on him, and maybe you could say he's a bit more experienced, being an ex bare knuckle fighting champion, that he had a bit of an advantage on him. But Danny Christie held his own. He did not. He took the punishment well, and he fucking opened up Decca Heggie's forehead. Do you know what I'm saying? So after that epic battle between two men, I'm thinking that's it. It's going to be squashed now. But I was kind of pissed that it was going to be squashed that way because I felt it didn't need to really go that far. You lot could have squashed it other ways. And I know Decca Heggie's getting trolled by a lot of people because the names he mentions, when I mention his name on a video, start messaging me on Instagram. Oh, don't get involved in this, blah, 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 this, that, the other. I'll give my points of view. I give my reactions online. I don't take sides. Yeah, I did before, for a brief period, but I don't take sides. I'm proper neutral. Straight down the middle, sitting on the fence. I don't think Decca Heggie likes that much. But at the end of the day, people, why is Decca Heggie getting all this hate? Why is people latching onto him? And why is he entertaining it so much? Why is he feeding into it? The worst thing you can do when you're getting all this hate is start feeding into it, people. No matter what walk of life you're in, the more reaction you give to people, the more they're going to see it. And sometimes react to your reaction, or it's a snowball effect, and it does not help. So when I see Decca Heggie getting all emotional and angry and saying he wants to do this and he wants to do that, they're winning because they're triggering your emotions. You know what I'm saying? They're winning. Anyone that can anger you has control over you. Anyone that can invoke a reaction that normally you wouldn't have but they're just playing with your emotions. They got control of you, you know? So, why is everyone going at Decca Heggie? Well, they're saying he's a nonce, they're saying he's this, and they're saying he's that. I never heard about none of this. I was meant to go on a Decca Heggie show about 2 months ago, me and Davin G. Davin G hit me up on Instagram, was like, yo, bro, I think we should go on Decca Heggie show together. I'm like, yeah, cool, we'll do that. Davin G dropped out for whatever reason. He messaged me the day before or the day of the thing. So then I dropped out of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't really know Decca Heggie that much. I'd seen a few of his fights, and I was like, wow, some good fights. But I didn't really, you know, so it was a bit of a strange one. I was there because of Davin G, but then Davin G went there and then what, so I just pulled out of it. As soon as I pulled out of it, I had about 10, maybe 5 people messaging me, all different accounts. Yeah, he's a wrong and he's this, he's that, sending me loads of different stuff. Listen, if you've got any proof, take it to the police, because I ain't the police. Do you know what I'm saying? I know I'm in blue and I'm one of the boys, but I'm not one of the boys in blue. Do you know what I'm saying? So you need to take that shit if you've got real evidence elsewhere. Don't be giving it to a YouTuber to fucking pick a side in a fucking beef. Do you know what I'm saying? That's not what you do, and that's not what you would do if you was really trying to help someone. You're not going to be leaking, he does this, he does that online. You're going to be going straight to the police. That's it. And if you've done that and he ain't been arrested and all that other shit, then obviously there's no crime. There's nothing to talk about. But that's in the real world. People that don't have a lot of facts and they just want to sling mud, usually will go online before they go to any sort of authorities and talk about, oh, this has happened, that's happened. So do I believe, in a nutshell, Decca Heggie, all these allegations against Decca Heggie? No, I do not. I just don't believe them, because if they were true, the amount of hate, the amount of trolls, the amount of time they're putting in, they would have come up with something. And all they can come up with in 2 years is Decca Heggie's a nonce, then obviously there's nothing behind it but hate and their own agenda. So my advice to Decca Heggie would be, forget them. Concentrate on your channel. Turn that anger into something positive and just get more guests on. You said you wanted to get me on, I'll come on your show, bro. All that kind of stuff. Just get other people and make it interesting. Fuck the haters, because the haters are already gonna hate, you know? And then we got Danny Christie. He seems like a madman. Who the fuck's gonna call out Decca Heggie first and foremost? The guy's like a bare knuckle boxing champion, so you know he can have a tear up. You know it's not just all talk, yeah? But to be fair, Danny Christie stepped up. He had his beliefs, and he stood strong behind them, you know? But at the end of the day, if you're gonna have a straightener, imagine if Danny Christie would have won that fight, then maybe he would have squashed it. But I feel, in my heart of hearts, he felt like he didn't win that fight. Because when I was watching it, there was a few times where I could see that Danny Christie was hurt, and hurt bad people. And I'm like, ooh, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, because you had that fight, it didn't resolve nothing. So Decca Heggie's calling you out again. He's saying the same sort of thing, and you accepted, and then you didn't accept, or he said, I'm not fighting, and whatever the reason. I was surprised you was gonna fight him again. Both of you I've got nothing to prove, but you should both just drop out the bullshit, you know? Because at the end of the day, there's no proof to it. Danny Christie, I'm sure, is eating you up and consuming you a bit, and Decca, I can see, is pissing you off because you're the guy that's receiving all this hate. And I understand, I've been there a little bit of it, you know? I get a little bit of it here and there. So I understand it can get on top of you. But you gotta do the right thing, people. You gotta do the right thing, and sometimes the right thing is always the hardest thing, you know? And to ignore the hate sometimes when it's not even true is one of the hardest things to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So Decca Heggie, maybe take a break. And Danny Christie, if you're not gonna fight Decca Heggie, if you're not gonna come with any proof, then just leave the geezer alone. Go your separate ways, do other stuff, create content yourself or live your life. But calling out Decca Heggie, winding him up, meeting up with these trolls and just trying to make life difficult for him doesn't prove your point and doesn't get you anywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? So you start somewhere in life, like, oh, this, that, the other, but you can go so far off course. And I think that's what's happened with Danny Christie. At first, he's calling Decca Heggie and not just calling him this and that, but then it gets personal between them two. And then before you know it, they're fighting. And then even after the fight, they still can't come to some sort of conclusion. And that's long, you know? So at the end of the day, this is how I'd handle the situation if I was Decca. If I was Decca, I'd just take a break like I did from Thingy for a couple of weeks and just come back and just, you know, just try and block out the haters. And then for Danny Christie, if you're not gonna fight the fella, if you're not gonna prove your allegations, then just leave it, because it comes to a point where it's not about what you believe you've done, it's more about just going back and forth with someone. And when it comes to that stage, both people are lost, you know what I'm saying? Because the argument's been lost somewhere in that bullshit. Anyway, people, it's your boy living in London. Get in the comments if there's any more videos you want or any sort of content you want me to cover, any beefs, any situations in the world, whatever it is, let me know in the comments. And your boy's here. I've got no TV, so I'm just sitting on a sofa with my iPhone, mate. It's peak. Anyway, people, subscribe, comment, like, share. I will see you later or tomorrow. Peace. Oh shit.